Hola familia, this week I'm gonna make a carbide cutter tool. In the previous video you saw the big one I have for deep hollowing, which actually works perfect, but it's too heavy and bulky and this big, and it's not for small projects, of course. And I have here a 1/2 inch steel bar. I don't know which steel is it, but it's very heavy, very hard. So I'm going to, this is a 1/2 inch. So, and the cutter I'm going to use is 3/8. So I'm going to taper the tip, and then I'm going to try to bend it as a swan neck. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do so, but we're going to try. Let's do it.
Well, I'm going to begin by attaching my belt sander to the bench. So this is going to be the perfect tool for the beginning of this project. I'm sorry for the bad square image. I'm going to fix it in a second. Okay, here we go. Very important, the protection. As we have a 1/2 inch bar and our cutter is a 3/8, I need to taper a little bit the tip of the bar in order to can work with the tool. So in order to do that with the belt sander is an easy task, but you need to have some water close to you. You don't want that to get too hot. So this is just it's an easy process. It took me about 10 minutes to do so because the steel is a little bit hard, but as you can see, have no mysteries here. Then once you have tapered enough the bar, you need to round it, because you don't want a corner to go, to be oversized on the cutter. So next step is gonna go to the vise. There you have it. So now we go to the vise. I'm gonna hold it with the vise. I'm gonna use a grinder. I'm using a grinding wheel to make a recess where the cutter is gonna be. The target of it is that the top of the carbide cutter is gonna be flush with the top of the bar. And in order to finally, the final touches can be made by hand. It's not that hard. So this, you're gonna see, this is what we need now. Well, next step, you have to first decide which screw you're gonna use, and then the tab that match for that screw, and of course the drill bit that match for that tab. So it's not a difficult process. Then you position the cutter, mark where the screw is gonna be, and with an awl, you just tap a little bit hole for that. Then pre-drill the beginning of the hole with this. This is precision bits. You can find it almost everywhere. And then once you have the beginning of the hole, it's just a matter of go all the way through. I didn't record the tap process. I'm sorry about it. What I'm doing here is countersink a little bit because the head of the screw is in an angle, so we need the carbide cutter attached firmly to the bar. And now, as I'm going to make a swan neck tool, and again, this still is very hard. The easiest way is just hit it until it's red, where it's going to be much easier to bend it. And then it's not enough just to bend once, because the cutter have to be in line with the bar. So you have to make again a swan neck. It's just you're gonna see this is a very easy process, and heating it is the easiest way. You don't need to temper it, so don't cold it on oil or water, because it can become brittle. But just leave it, in the air, and once it's cold, you have the bar done. So now again, it's not what it have to be, because if the cutter is out of the line with the bar, it's gonna tend to rotate the tool on your hand. So you have to bend it again to put it in line, as you can see there. That's the correct way. So now, last step is just to clean it a little bit with fine sandpaper and attach the cutter to it, and we are good to go.
Familia, as you can see, this is not a difficult project. It's an easy way to make a carbide cutter tool. This intends to be for hollowing on reverse. If your lathe have the option to turn on reverse, it's much more comfortable, because you don't have to position yourself over the bed of the lathe. So, at the beginning it's a little bit weird, but once you get used to it, it's much more comfortable and convenient. The position is much more better. So I'm gonna leave it this week as this, because I intend next week to make a handle for it. But we saw how to make handles in this channel a couple of times. So I'm gonna do a little bit special handle, or let's say a little bit more beautiful, just why not? It's going to be in our hands the whole time, so I'm going to pay attention to that. For this week is all. I'll see you next week with the handle. In the meantime, as you know, I have a second channel. The link is in the description, and I direct the other channel a little bit more to easy woodworking projects, more carpentry, small stuff that I'm pretty sure you're going to like it. So I'll see you on Friday in the second channel, or on Tuesday with the handle of this tool. See you then.